No plan, no chance. No plan, no chance. It's time to be successful. No plan, no chance. No plan, no chance. It's time to be successful. No plan, no chance. No plan, no chance. It's time to be successful.
All right. I want to welcome you to another No Plan, No Chance show. My name is Ricardo Cordu. I'm going to be your speaker today, and I just want to welcome you. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, or a wonderful night wherever you're at around the world. But I'm just so excited, and the reason why is because things are happening every day, and every day that I'm alive is a better day. And so I'm just so excited to bless you today. I pray whatever I say to do today and what I talk about today will be a blessing not only to you, but your family, that it will grow your awareness about who you are and what you should do in life. And hopefully I pray that whatever happens to you today is going to be the best day of your life. Let's go ahead and get started today. Today, what we're going to talk about, it's funny. I was walking around, and I was just thinking about a topic or some things I want to talk about and things like that. But it's not till I had a little car ride. How many people know when you have a good car ride, about an hour, a lot of things can happen. You get your thoughts together. You got CDs going. You got things playing in the background that kind of just tap into the things that's going on with you. And you know, the thing I came up with when I was driving was, don't be your own scandal. And I don't know if anybody ever heard of Scandal before, but I remember I used to watch it with some of my friends. And you know, the lead person, she is very successful in helping people, you know, solve their issues in life. And but when it comes to her own lifestyle, her own decisions, you know, it's hard for her to make the right decision consistently for her to have the best possible outcome for her life. Of course, you know, you hear this more and more that it's easier to tell somebody how to act versus you actually doing it yourself. And I want to say that it is hard, but you know, I also want to say that unfortunately a good percentage of us have been taught this by growing up. Our parents, you know, they tell you not to do certain things. Don't steal. Don't lie. You know, don't cheat during a marriage, or don't drink, or you know, our parents will tell us these things, but in the background they're doing those things. You know, don't do drugs. You know, don't put down people. But we are a representative of what our atmosphere is. And I always like that. The saying is, you know, you show me your 5 closest people, and I will show you your bank account. I will show you your emotions. I will show you your character. You know, and it's such an important time. It's such an important time as this. You should really be looking at the people who are around you even the more. And so, when it comes to no plan, no chance, I want to tell you that I didn't start truly becoming set free. I didn't really truly start walking and actually completing goals until I began to plan. You should plan to be successful. You should plan to have good relationships. You should plan to make a certain amount of money. You should plan. But it's not only the planning, it's the energy behind the planning. I call it the plan energy zone, where basically when you're spending that time pondering, thinking about certain things, when you're thinking about, you know, hey, you know, I want to lose 20 pounds, or hey, I want to raise $20,000 in the next 2 months, or hey, I want to write a book in the next 2 years, or I want to start my own business in the next month. I want to be debt free in the next 2 to 3 years. Whatever plan that is that you decide that you want to write down, that time zone that you take to write it down, I want to tell you that if you pay attention to yourself, you are truly beginning to change in that moment. And if you recognize that moment of change and you apply that into action, you will be successful in whatever you put your hands to. So for instance, about a year ago, I was like, I need to invest in some type of financial literacy class. I need to get around some people who are debt free or either are farther along to give me clues and give me the material that I could be successful in. And when I wrote it last year, December, I sat down and wrote that goal. In the beginning of the year, I wrote that goal. And 2 months later, I was introduced to a program called Financial Fitness. I was like, I never heard this before. And, I sat there, I read the book, I listened to the CDs, and I was around people who've been doing it for years, and they were debt free, or they came out of $30,000 or $40,000 or $100,000 in debt. And I was like, wow, their mindset is different. Their thought process is different. But you know what? They all said they started with a goal. They took that time period to write down that time energy that we just talked about, that goal energy time period in your life, sitting it down to plan it. What it did is shifted. It shifted them in that moment, and they got a glimpse. They got a glimpse of what it would be to be debt free. They got a glimpse of what it would be to have good relationships around them where people are helping them and they're on one accord. They got a glimpse of coming out of poverty. They got a glimpse of not being depressed and being happy. They got a glimpse of being able to give to people. I want you today, as you're listening to this, I want you to take the time to truly look at yourself. And I want you to get that glimpse, that picture. I want you to get that feeling. I want you to get that energy. I want you to get that compassion, that passion that you desire to be in. I want you to write it down, and I want you to jot it down. That's why goal setting and planning is so important. So you can know where you're going, but also you can be aware of where you're at. And so you can also sit there and while you're planning, you already are creating a testimony in your thought process. A year ago, I was creating this testimony that I'm doing now. Since then, I've become an author, and also I've transitioned to a different career of insurance, where I'm actually selling a product that actually is a helpful product and not a hurtful product. It's a necessity. It's a necessity of a product. And also, I've been introduced to the foreign exchange market, where I'm learning how to invest, which only less than 1% are investors who know how to invest. And I'm a part of that chain now. And so I'm in a different position of power. I see myself in a different way. And so now when I sit down, I'm writing my plans down for 2018 already. I'm already moving. The podcast was in the mindset of setting. I set a plan in September to do a YouTube page, to do a podcast, to begin to work on my next book, which is Be Unlimited, to introduce the No Plan, No Chance incentive to truly set yourself free, to align yourself with people who are planning to be successful. Success comes by planning and then turning that planning into action. It helps take your fear, and he teaches you to jump past your fear into success. And so I want you today. I don't want you to be your own demise. I don't want you to teach from the sideline and not apply it to your life. I want you to take that same energy that you took to tell somebody, hey, you should do this. You should, hey, this is some things that you should do. You should do some confessions daily. You should read Think and Grow Rich. You should read How to Win Friends and Influence People. You should read the greatest salespeople in the world. You should listen to a certain podcast, or you should listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. There's different things that you're telling people, or you should listen to these other people like Les Brown and Brad Proctor and all these different people. But at the same time, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Why do you have the very thing, the very tool, the very not only tool, but the very resources. You have your hands on the very resources that is exactly it's the actual key that's going to take you to your actual destiny, and you're not using them. You want to see everybody else be successful, but don't you know that you are the person who people are waiting for to take that chance first, to take that leap of faith first? Do you know how many people you sitting on the back burner that you are stopping from being successful because they're looking at you as the energy, they're looking at you as the vision, they're looking at you as the goal, because they want to be like you, because you give them good advice, so they're thinking, well, if they're giving me good advice, then that means their lifestyle has to be better than mine. But that's not necessarily true until you truly take what you're teaching other people and apply it to your life. It's been a lot. I remember a time where I used to be like, I'm okay. I could take more than the average person. I can have the weight of the world on my shoulders and not stop moving. But that's not true. Because what it was doing, it was stopping me from moving. I had the weight of the world on my shoulders, and it wasn't my responsibility to carry it. It was God's responsibility to carry it. He gave me the tools to be the answer. So all I did was I gave him that. God says he will give you nothing more than you can handle. He says his yoke is easy. And so you know what I did? I took that yoke and I gave it to God. And I started taking all the information that I was telling other people about confessions, about writing your plans, writing your goals, sticking with it, being consistent, and facing your fears and catapulting yourself to your destiny. Taking yourself, whatever would take you 10 years to accomplish, you accomplish in a year's time. I took that same thing I was confessing in people's lives, and I started to confess that in my life. I started saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that money is coming to me in increasing quantities through multiple streams of income daily. I started saying that. I started saying I have wealthy relationships. Wealth findeth me. Helpers of my vision and my dreams will come to me every single day. Everywhere I go, I'm a blessed man. I'm blessed to be a blessing. All these things I was telling other people, I began to put that in place in my own life. Stop being your own scandal. Today, I want you to take the scandal off your thought process and say you are free of every scandal, every setback, every delay. You are going to get what your goals, what your plans are today. It's time to set yourself free. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped up because I know that somebody's going to hear this and it's going to set them free. Man, just imagine 6 months from now, you deciding to take your information that you've been giving people for good information, good advice, and advising yourself. And then getting people who are in a higher level to you and speaking to them about it, and them sitting there and saying, yeah, you got all the tools that you need. You got all the resources you need. Go for it. Go for it. All I know is that I will no longer be my own scandal. I free myself from being my own scandal. Today is the day that you free yourself of being your own scandal. Well, my name is Ricardo Cordu, and I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, that your days are sweet as honey, and that your life bring you much joy and much laughter. And remember, follow me on Facebook at ricardocordu.com. Also Instagram and Twitter. All of them are the same, Ricardo Cordu, and also my Instagram, my YouTube page. And also, I want you to make sure you share this video, share this podcast, because there's so many people that need to learn how to plan to take action to success, take their own advice, and truly set themselves free. All right, I'm just so happy, just so excited about this No Plan, No Chance. How y'all like my beat? How y'all like my intro? No plan, no chance. No plan, no chance. It's time to be successful. Hey. No plan, no chance. No plan, no chance. It's time to be successful. Hey. All right now. All right now.
No
All right
plan,
now.
no chance.
All right now.
No
To the
plan,
next
no
time.
chance.
To the
It's
next
time
time.
to be
To the next time.
successful.
All right.